The absolute best day we had in Hawaii was a true adventure, where we drove and ate at stop after stop as we explored the famed North Shore of Oahu. We got away from the resorts and wandered little towns, watched surfers, and popped into shops to support local artisans. If there's one day we wish we could experience over and over again, it's this one. Aloha, travelers!
Aloha, e komo mai. Welcome to Shaka Guide's legendary North Shore Loop Tour. Now you're in for a real treat today as we visit some of the best places this amazing island has to offer.
Good morning. We are here on the Shaka Tour driving guide around the North Shore of Oahu. We will link to their guide in the description. So far we are only 3 audio stops out of 120, I think. It's about 120, maybe more, audio clips with 23 different stops along the way. We've scouted out a couple of food stops along the way as well. But I have to say, so far, this thing is amazing. And it's connected up to your GPS, so you don't even have to worry about when to move on. It just hits the GPS and it moves on to the next track.
So far, what I love about it, one, the narration is awesome. He's been funny and friendly, and I've been legitimately smiling. Taught us a few Hawaiian phrases and some history, and as you drive by something, he'll say, like, look off on the right.
Oh, he's talking now. We'll get you later.
But before we get too far down the road, we need coffee. The North Shore Tour included a stop at a coffee roastery, but we were hoping to find a local coffee shop with some treats that work for our gluten-free, dairy-free diet. Nick had found Surfer's Coffee, and their logo merchandise was fantastic. This is a mango coffee cake.
Yep.
Gluten-free and vegan. All their gluten-free items are also vegan. So, the mango coffee cake, Asher was not a fan of.
No, I don't mind it.
It's a little underdone. There's something very, very like doughy about it. But the matcha donut had a nice vanilla-y, sugary glaze and wasn't overly matcha. Sometimes things are like super matcha and get kind of dry and it just kind of takes over. This was a very, very subtle matcha. I think even my kids who aren't that into matcha would like it. So I would say Surfer's Coffee is a really cute coffee shop if you're looking for somewhere to work remotely. There were folks in there working. There were a lot of military personnel in there with their downtime. It is very much a local neighborhood. This is not a touristy area. So whether or not you make this your coffee stop is up to you, but it's a cute place.
It's a good stop also on the way to the North Shore Drive.
Yes.
So it took us about 2 seconds off of the Shaka Tour. So now we're gonna get back onto the route to get back on the tour.
Let's go. Our next big stop on the tour was the Dole Plantation. In hindsight, I do recommend learning a bit more of the history between Dole and the Hawaiian people before your trip instead of after the fact like we did. It can better inform your decisions about how you want to spend your day.
Just a quick time check. So we left the hotel at 8:10 and we started on the tour and we made a stop at Surfer's Coffee. We are here now at the Dole Plantation at 9:23. So we are only 8 minutes behind schedule. So we actually picked up some time along the way. Pretty impressive.
Mom, look.
What?
Pineapple garden maze, pineapple like grass plantation garden tour.
Yeah.
So there are three activities here at the Dole Plantation. There is a self-guided tour, walking tour. There is a train tour. There is a world's largest pineapple maze. The maze is 1 hour. The train tour is 20 minutes. The self-guided tour is 20 minutes. So have some awareness as you're approaching about what you're interested in doing. We were originally thinking maze, but an hour with a 4-year-old through a maze seemed not ideal, so we scaled down to the train tour. So that's where we're headed right now. You can either buy individual attractions, you can either buy the maze, or the train, or the walking tour, or you can buy combos of 2, or you can buy a combo with all 3. So that's why, part of why you want to approach having a good sense of what you want to do, because you just want to be able to buy whatever your combo is that you need when you step up to the ticket booth. If you're a Disney family, this feels very Disney adjacent.
A narrated train ride will take you through a working plantation. If it says Dole Royal Hawaiian Pineapple on the tag, you've got yourself a genuine Dole pineapple grown right here in the islands.
Feel sublime on the mountainside. See the island's beauty from Mauka to Makai. Be our guest and take a breath of the air so fresh. Step out on the Pineapple Express. Ride on the Pineapple Express. Baby, 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 come walk alongside me.
Then we were ready for a snack. Even though this is like the place to go for all things Dole, it really is pineapple forward. So if you come here planning to get a Dole Whip and thinking maybe they'll have a whole bunch of flavors to choose from, no. One trick pony, pineapple Dole Whip.
It's such a delightful treat.
We also explored their market. There were a handful of packaged snacks with no gluten-containing ingredients, and more pineapple-themed gifts than you could ever imagine. We were excited to pick up many locally made souvenirs.
Time check, it's 11 a.m. Quite a bit later than I expected to be here. So even though all we did technically was the 20-minute train ride, we were here for an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes. We all got Dole Whips, which contributed to that as well. Bathrooms are really great here. You can see I took this shot of if you're sitting in the food area, there's literally a ton of USB chargers, so if you need to charge your device, that's a place to do it. Now that we're here at 11, the parking lot is filled, right? So very different than when we arrived. Last but not least, while many things here in Hawaii are a little bit more expensive than you would assume, Nora got a dress for herself and for her doll Dee, and we got a pillow sham, and all that stuff was super cost effective, and we think all handmade.
To be honest, I was like, we're going to the Dole Plantation, and I'd rather go somewhere where things are made by local Hawaiians, native Hawaiians. The farmer's market here I assumed would be filled with a bunch of things that they ordered and had shipped in and are selling with the Dole logo on them. And those things exist here. Yes, this is Dee that I'm carrying. There are also a bunch of kiosks with artisans selling things that they made or they have sourced locally. And so you can support local artists here. Is it the most effective way to do it? I don't know. But there is that option. It just opens up into being this gorgeous view.
See those waves out there?
As we continued on the drive with that awesome Shaka Guide Tour narration, we made a detour to our own stop for lunch at Nalu, where Nick knew we would find quick sandwich options with gluten-free bread. There were lots of salads, smoothies, and bowls for a quick, healthy bite.
I have 2 big compliments to give. One, the bread, I think is a locally sourced gluten-free bread, because I think I read somewhere that they get it from somewhere. It's great. They do toast it, but it's spongy and flavorful and really good. It's a little crumbly, so it does crumble a little bit, but it's almost got like an Italian herb thing going on to it. Also, the sauces. So we have a chimichurri mayo that's really flavorful. There's a tiny bit of spice, but very, very flavorful. And Laura has a papaya Dijon on hers, which also sounds awesome.
I would have loved exploring this street more with its surfer shops and cafes. but we were off to the beach.
Okay, so we are stopping at the Waimea, I'm sure I'm butchering the spelling, pronunciation of this, but the Waimea Beach Bay parking lot, which is the main parking lot heading into the Crescent Moon Beach area. I will say when you first pull in, it looks really daunting. It's like, we're not gonna be able to find a spot here. But there's we're here at 12:30 and there's an ample amount of movement of people coming in, people coming out. I'm not surprised because I don't know that people necessarily just hang out at the beach the whole time. So I think there's an element of people coming by, stopping in, taking a look, and then moving along, which is probably what we're gonna do. Probably spend about a half hour here and then move along. What, more? Mom wants more. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see if it's safe enough for us to get in the water. I don't know if it is, especially with Axel. We'll see.
Get back, you guys! Are you okay, Dee Dee? You got a little wet, but I think you'll be all right. We lasted maybe 15 minutes. That's not our umbrella, buddy.
Easily the most successful beach trip we've ever had. I feel like the lifeguard who came over the loudspeaker was speaking directly at us. It may have just been in our general vicinity. There were some other smaller kids there, but I think it was actually directed at us, which is not surprising given just the craziness of our family. We did almost
one wave. There was one wave.
I mean, there were multiple massive waves.
There was one wave that got us.
But there was one wave that got us, got Dee Dee the doll. Yes, you're turning left. Got Dee Dee's water bottle, her beach towel.
We saved it all.
All 5 of us lived. All 6 of us, including Dee Dee. That is an intense beach. I put this on here expecting some kind of more of like a beach experience. This was a little bit more of like, put your feet in the water as probably the biggest wave you've ever seen comes towards you and try not to get sucked in.
And try to watch like semi-professionals catch waves.
And like flying all over the place. So it was cool. I encourage a stop, but don't plan for like an extended like, oh, this is a leisurely beach day.
I brought my snorkel.
Yeah.
That didn't come out of the trunk.
No. So now that the active part of today has passed, we're headed to go get some shave ice. We'll see you there. Oh my gosh, Ash, look how beautiful.
But that parking looks
Lava pineapple.
Two things. When I ordered, I asked specifically, we're dairy free, we're gluten free. They said, oh, don't worry. The only things you have to worry about at all are the ice cream and the condensed milk and the lilikoi butter. Everything else, you're totally fine. That's awesome. 2, as the kids steal all of my mochi. 2, when you look at these, you're going to be like, oh, where's all the flavor? Because if you compare it to any other place, it's going to be like, oh, it's like neon blue and like fluorescent red. And everything here is this kind of like
Look at Nora.
muted. I mean, Nora's is blueberry, so it's fine. But like everything is a kind of muted color, but it's not a muted flavor. So if you look at it and you're like, it's not really what I thought I was going to get if this is your Shave Ice experience for this trip, don't worry, the flavor is really there. And coconut-based condensed milk is awesome.
Now this is my first Shave Ice experience because it's my first time to Hawaii. And I've had shaved ice in the U.S., in the,
Can you help?
continental U.S. But shave ice is so much finer. The grainy, gritty crunchiness of, New Jersey shaved ice is not that appealing to me, but this just melts away and is super, super fine and smooth and so yummy. So yummy.
The condensed milk is amazing on the strawberries.
We also stopped at some of the fruit stands that shared a parking lot with Kula Shave Ice. There was, of course, amazing island produce, but also some local gluten-free finds and sweet gift items that surprised us. Worth noting, here they have porta potties. Then the kids climbed back into the car and fell asleep. Or so we thought. The next few stops were about the stunning topography of the island. At Laie, we saw this incredible rock bridge out in the water. It was absolutely breathtaking. We drove by the Polynesian Cultural Center, which could easily take up a whole day of your trip. But Shaka Guide advised that you could stop in for the shop's restaurant and their restrooms if needed. We also drove by the Mormon temple. And then the landscape got markedly more prehistoric.
And I want you to pull over off the side of the road next to a big metal gate.
Godzilla?
Yep, this was the site of the Jurassic Park movies. You can book a tour at Kualoa Ranch and get the full Jurassic Park experience, but again, you'll want to plan a full day around that. Then we stopped to see the Moko'ali'i Island out in the ocean and hear the Hawaiian story about its origins. This is the side that is the giant monster lizard's back, his body, while his tail landed in the water over there. The kids explored, looking for nature treasures and slowly soaking in every bit of Hawaii that they could. The next stop was a macadamia nut farm to see what treats they were selling at the end of their day. So many of these were gluten and dairy free. This one was dairy free.
Oh, look.
Very sweet. But for the ultimate local food experience, we went to the Waiahole Poi Factory. They had a list of items for those with gluten-free, pescatarian, and vegan diets. So Asher tried the poi and said it's not really his thing, but The lomi lomi salmon is yummy.
A little heavy on the tomato.
It is a little heavy on the tomato. It's almost like they took like a pico de gallo and added in a little bit of chopped fresh raw salmon, like sushi salmon. We had lomi lomi salmon at the Festival of the Holidays, and it was really good. That one had, it was a little more clear what all the elements were, but this one's still yummy too.
Yeah.
Good rice.
Rice.
2 days of the week, according to their menu, they have hand pound poi as opposed to milled poi. I have no idea what the difference is. But they did not have the hand pound poi today. They normally would. Today is Wednesday, but they didn't have it today. So we just had the...
I think they just sell out early. I think
could
we're just
be
here
that
too
they
late in the
sell
day.
out. That's a fair point.
Because they were also out of the milled poi in the larger size. All they had left was the little side
Got it.
left.
Yes.
They do know that it is a takeout place. There are a few picnic tables, but because we were starting to get mosquito bites on some of our other stops and we saw some mosquitoes here, we decided to keep moving because I'm already getting kind of itchy. And they have posters that show you links for how to get to numerous beaches and parks and things in the area where you could take your to-go food and have a really nice picnic. You don't have to eat it in your trunk like some people do.
Reporting to you live from the front seat, Laura is about to try the kulolo. I think she's gonna like it. Kulolo is a coconut taro pudding, and it is
So thick.
it's very thick. It's thicker than the poi.
You could lay bricks with this
Yes.
thing, and
that
your
would be the most-
structure would stand forever.
and it would be the most delicious bricks
Yeah.
anywhere. I mean, honestly, so we got rice, poi, lomi lomi salmon, limeades, and
limeades were
kulolo.
good.
Limeades are really good. The kulolo is the best thing.
So as much as the poi did not taste like sweet potato, this kind of does.
Oh yeah.
This is like the Hawaiian sweet potato casserole.
I wanna.
What was interesting is when I ordered the kulolo, they said, "Oh, we have it usually for the ice cream," which I think means maybe they serve it
A la mode.
a la mode, so it's like
Should
this
be
with ice
amazing.
cream on top of it, which would be amazing.
But since we can't do dairy, we just said, can we
We'll just
have
take this.
Yeah. They were like, great.
Yeah.
I'm getting bit by stuff. Okay.
Usually
In the
that's
car.
my
They're
job.
in the car.
They're in the car.
Let's keep going. Let's clean up the car and keep going. As the sun started to dip in the sky, we made our way back to Aulani through the thick Honolulu rush hour traffic. And we spotted our first Hawaii rainbow. The kids loved the driving tour, and we loved seeing all the nature and beauty of the North Shore with the help of Shaka Guide's driving tour. Check out the link below to book the tour for yourself. And subscribe to join us next time for the last of our Hawaii series, where we take you exploring in Honolulu. Mahalo for watching, travelers.